You probably know Dora the Explorer. She's the girl with the talking backpack and the monkey sidekick. Usually she's busy finding lost things or stopping that sneaky fox swiper. But one day, something different happened. Dora gave a speech, a big monologue that nobody saw coming. She stood on a big rock with boots and backpack listening, and she just spoke from the heart. She talked about being a Sigma, and it was a moment so honest and so surprising that it felt like the whole jungle stopped to listen. It wasn't about a map or a riddle. It was about who she was deep down inside, away from all the adventures. Unfortunately, some grown-ups got nervous. They thought her words were too complicated or maybe too unusual for a kids' show. So you're probably wondering, what in the world is a Sigma? It sounds like a math problem or something from a science fiction movie, but in her monologue, Dora explained it in a super simple way. A Sigma is someone who is a leader, but not in the loud, bossy way you might think. They don't need to be the most popular person or have a huge group of friends following them around all the time. Instead, they follow their own map. They are happy to do their own thing, solve problems their own way, and lead by example, not by shouting orders. Dora, as an explorer, is a perfect example. She doesn't wait for a big committee to tell her where to go. She looks at her map, trusts her gut, and sets off on the adventure, even if it's just her and Boots. She's confident in her own plans and doesn't need everyone else to agree with her before she takes the first step. Her monologue was about celebrating this kind of independence. This idea of being a Sigma is not about being lonely or antisocial, it's about being self-reliant. Dora's speech wasn't telling kids to ditch their friends. It was telling them that their own thoughts and ideas are valuable, even if they aren't the most popular opinions. It's about having the courage to listen to that little voice inside your head that says, "I think I'll try it this way." The clip was uploaded as a low-effort YouTube short, separate from any actual episode, but was soon taken down because of the overwhelming amount of complaints. It's as yet unknown who, on the creative team, which has changed a lot since the original 2D animated series ended in 2013, actually came up with the idea, as they have declined to comment on it, but it can easily be found by searching YouTube for Dora Sigma. Parents and cultural critics voiced concerns that the use of the term Sigma carried baggage, especially given its loaded context in certain online spaces. In online communities like the manosphere and among groups associated with the incel movement, Sigma is often used to describe a type of lone wolf masculinity, someone who rejects social norms, sometimes with an air of superiority or resentment. In these corners of the internet, Sigma can be twisted into a label for those who see themselves as above others or who isolate themselves out of disdain for society, sometimes even fueling toxic attitudes and exclusion. Critics argued that the show's creators may have been unaware of these associations and that using Sigma in a children's program risked normalizing or trivializing a term with problematic undertones. Their concern was that children might absorb a message that unintentionally echoes the more negative interpretations found online, promoting isolation or superiority rather than healthy independence. However, Dora's monologue itself was clear. It celebrated self-reliance, confidence, and the courage to follow your own path, not exclusion or arrogance. The intent was never to encourage shutting others out or to endorse any ideology that looks down on community or friendship. For many viewers, especially children, Dora's message was genuinely uplifting. It's okay to be yourself, even if you don't fit into someone else's mold. While the controversy highlighted real concerns about language and context, Dora's speech itself remained positive and age-appropriate, encouraging kids to be brave, kind, and true to themselves, regardless of the labels others might use. So in short, there was nothing wrong with the message. We think the creators should have stood their ground instead of taking it down, depriving kids of a positive, inspiring, and unique message. For more inspiring, challenging, and informative takes on social issues and current events, subscribe to our channel.